Yo, Dan Larson, welcome to the newest episode of Letsynthesize. In Letsynthesize 17, I show you this awesome drum-based groove. And in that episode, we made a main bass, and most of you were interested in that little leady sound, this one. And in this episode, I want to show you how I made it. It's an FM8 patch. Let's start it from where we are here. So let's start it from the beginning. So we have two layers, one for the sub and one for the main bass. This is the simplest stuff here. Okay, it's an FM8 patch and contains lots of post-process and lots of additional effects. But first, let's jump into the FM8 patch. Let's see the operators. It is quite simple and it follows the main idea what I always like to do, which is an FM8 matrix, and it is sent to a filter. And well, in most of the cases I like to use band-pass filter, but this time I modulate the filters to make kind of high-pass filtery sound, but not a regular high-pass filter, because I cut the highs a little using this mode 1 knob here, and as you can see, this turns the filter 1 mode into from a high pass to a low pass, and the second one it does the opposite. So we have a sort of high pass filter, but it contains some low pass too, to filter out the highs. And I applied an envelope to the filter, which will make the filter move. It is some kind of modulation to the filter, and this envelope is used up in other oscillators, for example in oscillator C and in oscillator E2. So this way I have some kind of wavetable, when the sound morphs and moves and modulates itself. And this is it's a very good starting point. So the filter does not do too much. But I definitely like it with the filter. Okay, so oscillator C is a sawtooth on ratio 6. And as I said, I applied this envelope. Oscillator D is a PWM ramp mode. Oscillator A is a short tri-state on ratio 5. D was on ratio 1. And F, which is the basic or the main oscillator or the main operator, is a sine on ratio 23, and you can hear the modulation or the modulation matrix. I think it is easier if you copy it, or you will be able to just download the full patch. I don't want to talk too much about it, C goes to E and at the same time to F, etc., etc. I just try to find the best routings to sound to make the sound the most interesting I can get. And then this F is going to the filter, and from the filter you have the main sound. So this is the patch. I don't think it's too complicated, and we have an overdrive effect and nothing else here. Not even a modulator or let's see the master page. You don't have any unison. Easy. I pushed up the harmonic to 23. It can be an interesting stuff to play with this knob. cool sound this is. Drop a distortion after this and I think it will turn into a very interesting sound. But anyway, we have been at 23. Okay, so I have this Neuro process rack, one of my rack pack, which is, let me show you, available at Loopmasters. This is the pack I'm talking about. It contains 10, I believe, or more. I don't remember. Neuro racks. 12. I mean the pack contains 12 racks, and I used the 5th of it, and I activated only the 2nd and the 4th sub rack maybe, which are basically only, you know, notches and phasers. Sorry, it's a little late here. My tongue is not very quick. So the first one in this rack, I mean the second sub rack, is a notch filter, and the flanger and the phaser after each other all both of them, all of them are moving. As you can see here, it contains an LFO and everything here moves. So this is why you hear that this moving sound. And the second, or in this case the 4th rack, is only an EQ. It doesn't do too much, but I like the color. So this was the Neuro rack. So please note that when you download this preset, I can't include this one here because this is a commercial pack, you know, this Neuro process rack. But if you have it, you can drop it here. As I said, I only activated the 2nd and the 4th sub rack. You may use the 5th rack. Anyway, without this, we don't have the notches. Lots of notches, lots of movements. This is very essential in drum and bass. Okay, so I have 2 OTTs and 1 at the end. It's a very cool sound, but with 3 OTTs we are fine. So OTT 1, and we have this annoying high resonance frequency here, what I wanted to subtract from the sound using this EQ8. Let me show you which are these when I declick it, when I mute it. Very annoying sound at around 6,000 hertz, sorry, and the second one is at around 13,000. Okay, another OTT and another EQ to cut the loss, because, you know, as I said, I use a different instrument for the sub. It's a very simple operator patch. So this was the EQ. I have another OTT, and this time on the full sound, so with the sub. Another EQ to boost up a little the middle and frequencies. A dimension expander, which is, well, should be here. We don't need stereo informations on the sub. Yep, definitely better here. Okay, and yeah, we have been at the EQ. We have a gate because lots of OTTs generate some noises. But in this case, we can easily handle it with the gate and the saturator and the limiter at the end. So this is sound. It's pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and see you next week, guys. Sorry, last week's Synthesize Sunday missed because I was pretty busy. I hope you don't mind, and see you next week, guys. Bye bye.